All right, so here is hopefully the end of the notes because the rest isn't too bad. Just a reminder, I hope we all know a whole circle is 360 degrees. But go ahead, you can kind of pause the video, copy down all of this stuff. That way we can start filling it in. It's just easiest if you just pause the video and copy it down. So quickly do that for me. Pause and copy. So hopefully you copied it all down. The measure of a minor arc is the measure of the central angle. So once again, this would be a minor arc, and this would be a central angle. So that's my central angle. So what you need to understand is if this central angle is, say, 40 degrees, so see how that's 40? Then we automatically know this is the arc that it goes with it. It's also going to be 40 degrees. So the measure of a minor arc is going to be the same as its angle. Okay, remember, what you need to be thinking about is think pizza slice. Think pizza slice. This is the pizza slice right here. See my slice? So the crust and that are going to be the exact same measure. So over here, I'm going to go ahead. This is the notation for it. You put an M. This just stands for measure. The measure of arc, MN, is 40 degrees. Okay. So from here, the measure of the major arc, okay, you've got all this stuff. It's the difference between 360 and the minor. If we're going to talk about the major arc, I'm going to highlight it because it is a little bit longer, so I'm going to put it in color. This would be my major arc that goes with it. A lot of you can logically think. Y'all are already seeing part plus part equals the whole. If this whole circle's 360, if I don't want that piece of pizza, I'm going to do 360 minus that 40 degrees, giving me 320 degrees for the measure of arc MLN. Okay, this is going to be 320 degrees. So we've got our piece of pizza. We're going to take that piece out. That then gives us the rest of the pizza, using the fact that the whole circle is 360. So we kind of already did it, and you probably seriously already saw it in your heads, that we are going to have the arc addition postulate. It's similar to our segment addition postulate. It's similar to our angle addition postulate, where all we need to remember is part plus part equals the whole. Nothing's changed. Any type of addition postulate is going to be part plus part equals the whole. So go ahead, if you need to, quickly pause it so you can get down these letters. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. If we're going to do part plus part equals the whole, we could do, and I'm going to use a bunch of different colors. So I'm picking up one color, I'm picking up red. Arc LM. So LM, the arc, plus, now I'm picking up a different color, TM, and then it's going to equal, okay, this part plus this part equals the whole. So I'm going to use one last color. To mark the whole, you kind of go outside of the circle, and you do that. We got part plus part equals the whole. These were minor. That purple one's a major arc, so we do have to name that arc LMT. Part plus part equals the whole. So very basic stuff that we've been dealing with before. Nothing new is really going to happen, but remember, think pizza slices. Think we got a pizza slice here, one big old piece, one big old piece. Okay, and remember that these measures are the same. These measures are the same. Real quick, congruent circles are two circles with the same radius. Congruent arcs clearly have the same measure. That's nothing really too fancy that you need to go in depth about. Just congruent circles, congruent arcs. Pretty understandable. So let's go with this. We're not going to do all of these. just because I think y'all can handle it. The biggest thing, remember with all your examples, make a pizza slice. All right, so make the pizza slice. That'll help you see the angle and the arc that it goes with. So if an angle is given, name the arc it makes. If an arc is given, name the central angle. So it's kind of hard to see, but that is an arc symbol. So this is arc DE. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to highlight arc DE. So I've got arc DE right there. Arc D to E. I know it's a minor arc because it's 2 letters. So it makes that pizza slice. So that pizza slice that goes with it is angle 3. I'm not going to do number 2 because I think y'all can handle it. So let's move on to number 3. You've got angle 2. So I want the minor arc for angle 2. So this is angle 2 right here. So this is my pizza slice. So I've got to connect it to make the crust. That gives me the crust that goes with it. So this is my angle. This is my crust. I made my big old pizza slice. So arc BW with the arc symbol. So just remember, make your pizza slice for naming. So let's actually get on to the questions where it'll actually have you doing some math. So that's this stuff. So find the measure of each arc of circle J where Km is the diameter. So, excuse me, take a look at A. One of the things is I couldn't fix it because once again, I'm at home. That was a segment symbol, so on your notes, make it an arc. Okay, so here we're talking about arc LM. So that means we're starting at L and going to M. So if I highlight that on my diagram, that is arc LM. So if I want the measure of arc LM, okay, this is my pizza slice that makes with it. So that means if this is 125, that one's 125. So we have 125 degrees. So something that I did not ask in here that I kind of want to do anyways. So I'm going to kind of do a D question. And we're just going to do this one next. Excuse me. Let's get this out there. LK. Find the measure of arc LK. So if we're talking about arc LK, that means we're starting at L. Once again, I'm going to highlight it. You don't have to. Going from L to K. All right, so to find this one, I can't use the 125, but what I did say is Km is a diameter. So that means this is half a circle. So therefore, this whole thing, if you remember, being a diameter, means it's going to be 180 degrees. So if I want to find this piece, I hope logically part plus part equals the whole. Y'all can figure out that in order to find this one, I'm going to do 180 minus 125. Because I got half my pizza and I want to take away that piece of it, I'm going to be left with the 55 degrees that it is. So this is 55. Because if this is a diameter, part plus part equals the whole. So now I'm going to go back up. I'll do LMK now. So once again, I'm going to use a color just because I like highlighting things. Going from L to M and then to K. All right, so you're looking at this. There are 2 ways to do this problem. Okay, and it just depends, and one way is not better than the other. It just depends upon how you see it. I see it one way. The first way I see it, part plus part is going to equal my whole. So I can do 125, excuse me, 125 plus 180. Since we know this is 180, that has to be 180. So 125 plus 180, giving me 305 degrees. Now there's another way. I'm going to do the other way in pencil. Or you could have seen it as, well, I want this piece of the pizza. I want to take out that slice. I want to take out this slice of the pizza because it's everywhere but that slice. So you could do 360 minus our 55 degrees. So you've got the whole pizza, which is 360. You're going to take out that piece. You'll be left with what we're looking for, also giving us 305. All right. And last but not least, you have KLM, which is just KM. It's actually better known as KM. I hope we all know that's 180. We've been using it this whole time. K to M, 180. So really it's all about the pizza slices, and you're either going to be adding or subtracting. So what I actually want you to do, I'm betting you can do on your own, do this problem on your own. So pause the video. In class, what I would have done is I would have told you guys to work on your own right now on these problems, do A, B, C, and D, and then I would have had you guys come to the board and do it. Clearly, I can't do that. So go ahead, pause the video, work through these 4 problems, and then play the video, and you'll see how to answer it. So hopefully you pause the video and actually work these through. They're not that bad. The biggest thing is you notice you're given all of these measures. The only measure you're not given is this one. So I actually find that one first before I even begin the problem. The way I can find that one is by doing 360 minus all those other angles. So the 120, the 75, the 50, the 100, and it ends up giving you a measly 15 degrees. So you end up knowing that this is now 15 degrees. Because remember, all these parts added up are supposed to equal 360. So if you do 360 minus these parts, you're left with that slice of pizza. So depending upon what you did on your paper, there's 2 different ways you can find R to T. So R to T meant to start at R, go to T. Some people see it as part plus part. 15 plus the 120, giving me 135. Okay, some of you may have seen it as doing 360. Okay, so I'm just trying to make sure I cover all my bases. 360 minus the 100, minus the 50, minus the 75. Okay, no matter what, so if you've got this slice, you can either take away these 3 slices or add those 2 slices together. PRT, so if I start at P, this is going to be a major arc, I know it is because it's 3 letters. P, go to R, then go to T. So I'm looking for that one. What a lot of you probably did, because of the way this problem is designed, is you guys could have done 360, so you want the whole pizza minus this slice. So you could have done 360 minus 75, giving you 285. I really hope all these numbers are right. I actually did not check any of these numbers. Oops. So the other way you could have done it, if you're trying to find all of these pieces added together, is just do the 50 plus the 100 plus the 15 plus the 120. Okay, you could have done part plus part plus part plus part equals the whole. Then we've got RTQ. So once again, I'm going to use color R. So that means I'm starting from R, going to T, going to Q. So a lot of you probably saw 360 minus 100, giving you 260. Or once again, you could have done part plus part plus part plus part. 50 plus 75 plus 120 plus 15. Last but not least, STQ, S, T to Q. So you could have done part plus part plus part, or you could have done the 360 minus the 2 slices we don't need, giving you 245. Or once again, you could have done part, 50 plus 75 plus 100. So that is the end of the notes. Sorry for it being 45 minutes, but that is why you guys don't have too much to do outside of these notes. Outside of these notes, what you need to go do right now is do the ticket out the door. Ticket out the door. Okay, it is due at 2:45 today. Okay, 2:45 degrees. I don't know why I put a degree symbol there. It's due at 2:45. It's just 4 really quick questions. Seriously, y'all, will take you less than 5 minutes, is my guess. So go ahead, quickly go do that ticket out the door on a separate sheet of paper. Take a picture of it and post it to this assignment. Once you finish that, print out your homework and start it on your homework. If you don't have a printer, then you're doing it by hand. Please, once again, though, if you don't have a printer, email me. I have another small option that you could use. And as always, email me with any questions. And if it's a question about the material or something that you think would benefit the whole class, like say I did one of these wrong, because like I said, I actually did not check any of these answers. So if I did something wrong or that would benefit the whole class, write it in the comments section for all of us to see. Have a good one, guys.